it's me, and welcome to Trump Mafia. Now, Hillary is going to run again in 2020. Now, I've said this even 2 days after the election, and I haven't changed my mind. Now, you can tell me it's impossible, she will lose again, she's dead, but she will run again. Because you don't understand, this evil dying granny, her whole life force is invested in becoming president, and she was so close, and she's obsessed. And she wants to be president, no matter what. And she's not dead yet, so she believes she can still run. And even though she will lose big time, she doesn't think so. I mean, you're talking about a very bitter woman who spent a year explaining to the world on a tour that she was cheated, that she actually won. And she gave 200 reasons why she lost, and she was not one of them. And it was stolen away from her by the Russians and James Comey and everybody else. And of course you have the media, pushing that hoax about Hillary winning the popular vote by 3 million. So you have that in your pocket to come out with in 2020, saying that all we need to do is win Florida or win Wisconsin and Michigan. And it's going to be easy. And, desperate people will do desperate things. So many of them will go, okay, let's give Hillary another chance. It'll be the rematch. And it's going to be epic. And we're going to show America that, Hillary actually won in 2016. And this is justice. So you had a poll out recently, and it was a CNN poll of presidential hopefuls in 2020. But you didn't have Oprah, you didn't have the Sasquatch, Michael Obama, and you didn't have Hillary Clinton in the list. How come? And I guess they're keeping the heavy hitters off the list so that the little minions can battle amongst themselves. And they're trying to see if Michael Obama has any real chance. That's why this book tour that the Sasquatch is on will kind of measure popular support. And of course Hillary and Bill Clinton and their tour is also going to measure the popularity. Now if it bombs for Michael or for Hillary and Bill, then that's it, right? But Democrats don't have anyone else left. You have Pocahontas. Now she released her DNA test, and turns out she lied. I mean, she's 1/512th Native American, meaning her great-great-great-great-great-grandmother had like one parent which was Native American. That's like, if I did my DNA test, maybe, my great-great-great whatever would be an Eskimo. But that doesn't mean I can cheat some university into claiming I'm an Eskimo and get a free scholarship. I mean, this woman is a scammer and a liar. And so it was pretty dumb. But the liberals, they will twist it. They will say, she wasn't technically lying. But okay, that's all they have. Elizabeth Warren, Camel Toe Harris, the slut. I mean, really, what a hussy. And, of course, Bernie Sanders, there again, like 10,000 years old. I mean, this guy was born before electricity was invented, and he's a creepy guy. I don't know anybody that likes Bernie Sanders. And it turns out in the B list, the front runner is Joe Biden with 33%. I mean, Joe Pedo, right? I mean, this guy cannot win. He just cannot win. But on the left, they have no one else. And it's the same old people. I mean, they have nothing new. Even the messaging that they have, it's just the same old, same old. I mean, they don't have anything that's dynamic. I mean, they could come up with a slogan, make America secular and socialist again. Massa, right? Hillary could go with that. Hillary in the Massa campaign. Massa Hillary 2020. Hilarious. Desperate people. That Beto in Texas, he's going to lose so bad, but they have no one else. And maybe some celebrity will pop up. Maybe Tom Hanks. Who knows? But it's pretty sad if you look on the left, and the situation is really that you have people that have nothing, but they control 90% of the media and Hollywood, all of that. So they appear to be on equal footing at least, or the majority. But of course, it's an illusion, and you'll see that in the midterms, but also in 2020. Anyone going up against Trump in 2020 is throwing their political career away. That's why I believe Hillary Clinton will jump in, because all these others, they will be eliminated just by the fact that they cannot even start. But Hillary, she lost. Everybody will say, but she won the popular vote with 3 million. She only lost a couple of states. And let's just focus on those and we win. Like I said, they think it will be easy, and that's why they would support Hillary again, even if everybody on the left can't stand her. And that's what the Clintons are counting on. The only X factor, or the Choco factor, would be Choco and the Sasquatch. Will they support the Clintons in their second try, or will they try their own thing? Now you also have the backup for Hillary Clinton, that is Kamala Harris. It could be that Hillary Clinton will run with VP Camel Toe Harris, right? The evil dying granny and the hussy. And I don't know. And the Secretary of State will be Huma Abedin. I mean, maybe it'll be a girls' club, but Hillary really cannot win against Donald Trump. And I know many of you may think, well, it's really true that she won the popular vote. It's really true she only lost a couple of states. But that was when Trump didn't even have a chance to prove himself as president. This is before the tax cuts, the booming economy, and all the great policies that he came out with. And you may think that, well, liberals don't agree with that, but that's the far left. Moderate Democrats, many of whom are in the Rust Belt, the very states that gave Trump the victory, they're seeing the results. They're seeing the jobs come back. They see the mines are back open. The steel mills are back open. And it's amazing what's happening. And they can see and feel the results. And so it means that even more states will vote for Trump if there is another election against Hillary, and she may win only one state or two states. And for that reason, I would love it if Hillary runs again, because in 2016 she almost died. Really, she was like collapsing and in a coma a couple of days, and I mean, she was falling apart. In 2020, if she runs, she will die. She will die on the campaign trail, heart attack or the final tumor or something like that. She won't survive running again. But let me tell you, she's consumed by that thirst for power to be the president, and her whole life hitching her whole life to Bill Clinton, and he's there raping women and doing things allegedly, and she stayed with him. Why? Because he was her ticket to get somewhere. Without Bill Clinton, she never would have been anywhere, and she doesn't have the smarts. But she has an all-consuming hunger and thirst for absolute power. And the demon inside of her will not give up. And Hillary herself will not give up. And it's not ambition anymore. This is purely an obsession, a compulsion. This is a mental illness now. And the only way really to satisfy or gratify that obsession is to run again and win. And so she will do it no matter what. Even if the tour she's going to be on with Bill Clinton goes badly, she will still try it. And you know, the Democrats, they don't want the Clintons. They wish the Clintons would just go away, but they refuse to go away. Likewise, white liberals, they don't want the Obamas there. And the Obamas also refuse to go away. You know, many Democrats are very needy, pushy people, and they will push themselves into your face, and it's kind of creepy. It's so artificial. And you know, top Democrats have been thinking about the 2008 election win, and even though they want Choco and the Sasquatch to go away, they are looking for a new Choco. You know, perhaps better, more muscular Choco, a smarter Choco. And so they're scouting all over Africa. They send teams over there, going to villages in Tanzania, Botswana, Mozambique. And what they do is they interview candidates that do speak some English, and they even give them like a screen test of sorts. And they're trying to find a new teleprompter reading prodigy, the way Choco was. And so they set up the teleprompter stand, and then they ask the candidate to read from the teleprompter. But in one village, one of the candidates took the teleprompter. He thought it was a spear, and he threw it and hit a gazelle. I'm not kidding. And this is all going to be on the reality show, Looking for Choco. But National Geographic had a story about that with pictures and everything. And they blamed the whole thing on poachers, saying that poachers impaled the gazelle with a teleprompter stand. They blame poachers. Can you believe that? National Geographic liberals refuse to blame liberals, blaming poachers, and I'm surprised they didn't blame Russia. Anyway, so they will not find another Choco. I mean, that was a big mistake for our nation. It will not happen again. And Trump is going to win re-election. I mean, we're talking about one of the most successful presidents in the history of our nation. I mean, the results are mind-boggling, mind-blowing, and it's not something that you can just cover up with bad media stories. I mean, it's reality. Reality is beautiful. And you know what? The American people love these kind of results because we're a nation and we're about winning. And President Trump is really a winning president.